Welcome back. A Milwaukee-based artist and photographer is partnering with No Studios to release a new mini documentary series. In it, Giovanni Hernandez Caballero explores the beauty of Milwaukee. Let's take a look at his work.
Milwaukee is a complex historical tapestry. Within concrete wastelands, amidst Cream City brick, rises our city of today. Business sprouts in the factories of yesteryear. Old haunts become new destinations. In this series, we speak to artists whose work was woven by this landscape and trace the thread back to this new Milwaukee.
I am Giovanni Hernandez Caballero. I always see myself as a community artist first, and then, photojournalist or photographers, kind of printmaker. My work has always been kind of based around culture and identity, mostly because it's something that I've struggled with a lot. I was born and raised here in Milwaukee, but my family's history is from Oaxaca, Mexico. My parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents are all indigenous people called Mixtecos. What does it mean to grow up here in Milwaukee, but also for your culture and heritage to date back to before the Aztecs? My family's from a small little indigenous village in the mountains. There's barely any electricity, no running water. Everyone speaks their indigenous tongue. I only travel maybe once or twice a year, if possible, to see my grandparents. One of my biggest fears is that when I come back the next year, there's no one there anymore. I think about that all the time. And I think that's why I also really gravitated towards film. So when I create a photo and have this physical object of that moment, and when I go in the darkroom and make that print of that moment, I know that that print will live forever. It's gonna live past me. I create this archive of my family, my village, and my community. Growing up, in my neighborhood, I would always be so intrigued and amazed by the murals that were all around the street, specifically on Cesar Chavez Drive. I really fell in love with that type of art and style of how can we capture our culture and tradition with a single image, if it's a mural or a photo. When I first thought about this project, I knew I wanted to be focused on young community members here in the neighborhood. For me, it has always been, creating work about my community, for my community, and for them to also take that chance with me and be like, okay, he's a young artist, he's just starting off, let's give him those opportunities. Really interact with those I photograph. I don't go in there, with the camera ready. I'll walk around, talk to people, because I know the importance of creating proper documentation, specifically of underrepresented communities here in Milwaukee. For images to no longer exist inside of a confined gallery space, but to use the whole city as a gallery, much like how these murals have been used to, make sure that everyone has access to the beautiful art. And I know for me, it's something that it's always in the back of my mind is, winning a Pulitzer Prize for photojournalism. I always tell myself, I'm going to be able to do that and bring that back here to Milwaukee. I feel like I would achieve such a major milestone for my family.
And we are going to continue that conversation here this morning. Right now, we are joined by Giovanni. Thank you so much for being here. You are joining us live from No Studios. And really quickly, I just want to say that you said something during this mini documentary that really stuck out to me. You have a fear that one day when you go back to Oaxaca, no one will be there. And I think that there's such sadness in that, because we know how much our family means to us, but also something so beautiful because you have the chance, right, to document something that is so important to you. You're doing it right now. What have you learned about yourself throughout this journey?
I think something real important that I kind of learned from this journey or this kind of photo work is that my
story is not so unique in the sense that, you know, hundreds of individuals around my age also face those same struggles or have those same fears, who can only travel, you know, back home for 1 or 2 weeks a year to visit their family, their grandparents, uncles, aunts, that type of situation. So for me, the ability to capture, you know, these moments through photography and hopefully, you know, share that experience with other individuals who may not understand that or have those experiences.
Yeah, absolutely. And that kind of goes into my next question here. You are a first-generation American. Do you think that that allows you to see your community, see the world, whether that be Milwaukee or Mexico, in a different way?
For me, it's mostly kind of like growing up in this like bicultural setting of being heavily tied to my traditional family values, you know, things that my family have passed down for generations, you know, our indigenous roots, but also being the first in my family to kind of grow up in the U.S., grow up in Milwaukee, understand, you know, pop culture, or even knowing English, you know. That's something that has now influenced me a lot in the ability to, you know, speak with my friends and switch between Spanish and English at an instant, because we all grew up like this. And, you know, I just love to tell that through, you know, some of the photo story work I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely can relate to that Spanglish part of our communication that we kind of fell into. One of your goals here is to be awarded a Pulitzer Prize for photojournalism. What about someone's story catches your attention?
For me specifically, it's just, since for me growing up here in Milwaukee and having such a different perspective, even now working as a photojournalist here, you know, in the news in Milwaukee, I learned, you know, the importance of telling someone's story the proper way, the respectful way. Something, you know, kind of growing up, seeing, you know, individuals who looked like me kind of always being portrayed as, you know, criminals or in a bad light. For me, that goal was always like, okay, like how can I show the beauty of Milwaukee's south side, of Milwaukee's north side, you know, something that shares the diverse culture that, you know, this city has.
Absolutely, Giovanni, and I think the entire city of Milwaukee has your back. We are so proud of you, of all the work that you've been doing. And this